animals rotate slowly, slowly on the track on wheels right in the middle of the dining room. Nearby, the wood-burning Parisian. It's hot on the meat station, hot enough to melt those tattoos right off. But these are some dedicated...
I've actually been here 4 or 5 times. I've never seen a menu.
I mean, you know, I get the idea.
Yeah.
They seem to be exposing large parts of animals to flame. I would like those.
Matt and I start off with chorizo, blood sausage, veal sweetbreads with red pepper and garlic.
I mean, this is just extraordinary. This is a mile from where it was when I first came here.
Yeah. To try and sell a sweetbread like that in Sydney years ago, forget it. No way.
Or blood sausage. It's all these young chefs saying, I'm going to throw a lot of really good on a board.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these, you know, look at these heavily tattooed, like, hipster doofuses back there making amazing food. They're doing monster business.
Yeah, man, these boys got the idea of fun, you know, and eating out. Ben came from a very fine dining background. Elvis, who also came from fine dining. In fact, Elvis worked in the early days with me. Then he went back to his roots, and this is what he was brought up on. You know, the old man's in there stoking the fire every day and turning out good food. They're really good.
It's delicious.
I'm headed to the dark heart of Penang fine dining. All those people standing on line for hours all day and all night long, 24 hours around the clock, they know their food. Welcome to Line Clear. Lots of people, lots of food, lots of cats. The cats are a good sign.
It's non-stop. It's 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's also the place where you get yourself sobered up.
Right.
After getting yourself knocked out from clubs around here, they come here.
I let Leonard do the ordering for both of us. Look at this, fried chicken. Amazing fried chicken, by the way. Fish roe, beef, shrimp, some squid, and vegetables, all on the same plate of rice, and then covered with sauces from each. It makes no sense. That shouldn't work. How could that be good? But it is. Oh, Lord, it is.
Wow. Awesome.
Excellent. Line clear.
Thank you. So, the famous Nasi Kandar.
Yes.
And if you're into Nasi Kandar, this place is the most famous.
Yeah.
And it's called what?
Line clear.
What does that mean?
Basically what it means is no problem.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. What is this here?
Okay, this is a fish roll.
Look at that, man. Nice color. It's tasty. It's almost like steak. I'll tell you, they're generous with the portion.
Yeah.
24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yep.
So those guys are just slinging that stuff all day long. Consensus is everyone pretty much says this is the best. I mean, if you Google Nasi Kandar, this is the first place that comes up. And the fried chicken's pretty awesome. And it's a strange miracle that all of these sauces together taste so delicious. I mean, they belong together.
In a way, I've always mentioned to my friends that this country is best represented in a Nasi Kandar store.
You think so?
Yep.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that because this is pretty damn delicious. This place, Hotel Boschkinak, tucked away on a hill looking out over all this, well, it's an amazing, crazy-ass spot. One of the best restaurants in the country, and all the way out here. Winemaker and chef Boris Schulich owns the place. And today, he's making a traditional Croatian meal. The national tabloids have been keeping up with our adventures. I don't know where they get their information.
Supernaturally endowed American chef Anthony Bourdain, said to be possessed of a freakishly large. His culinary skills often mentioned in the same breath as Thomas Keller, Alain Ducasse. I love this country. Linked with Lindsay Lohan, Kim Kardashian, and Snooki from Jersey Shore. What kind of yellow journalism do you have here? I like the bit about the freakishly large. At least they got that right.
Yeah.
Whoa, that looks awesome.
Octopus stewed in a clay pot with tomatoes, garlic, potatoes, and white wine.
This is made in clay.
What is that, baked like in a casserole?
Yeah.
That's some good octo, man.
Lamb tripe. I know, it's like tripe-o-rama this show. A theme emerging, perhaps. Nah, just lucky, I guess.
That's some yeah.
Simmered with shallots, pancetta, and carrot until mellow and tender. A little local cheese, some parsley, and there you go. Deliciousness.
See, this is why I love tripe of any kind, because it's either the worst thing in the world or the best thing in the world. This is awesome. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like the best stripes I've ever had.
Check this out.
I don't have to smell it. I don't have to taste it. I tell you, it already is great. It's everything I love about food. Slowly cooked lamb with hand-rolled pasta. It's funny, because the chef, he called it goulash.
Goulash is the term that we use for those stews because we were ran by Hungarians for ages.
Right. And this is, again, this is really old school. This is pretty damn traditional.
That's it. But I don't know. It's always a chef's argument. What is really Croatian? Like, we want to do something that's been here for like 1,000 years. I think that's a bullshit.
Yeah, who wants to eat food from 1,000 years ago?
Exactly.
What makes Kansas City barbecue particularly great is the variety. Opinions vary on who's got the best burnt ends as opposed to ribs, as opposed to brisket. Oklahoma Joe's, my opinion, you come here for the ribs and the burnt ends. Though, don't get me wrong, they have good chicken and pulled pork too. First rule of barbecue in my book, do not waste precious real estate with a bunch of sides, no matter how enticing. Save maximum space for burnt ends and the long end pork ribs.
Oh,
Wow.
holy crap, that is a...
Wow.
Pulled pork, burnt ends, and here's your chicken.
People say there's crisis in the States, and by the amount of food served, where is the crisis? I mean, it's like the place is full, and I'm hungry for more, Tony.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so it begins with this Yalta Conference of Meat, a New Yorker, a Kansas City-born Asian American, and a Russian.
And you know what? I'm guessing your right-wing Red State Tea Partiers like it.
God bless America. Now serve the pork and pass the ammunition.
Outside Kansas City looking in, what do you think people don't understand about Kansas City barbecue and the mentality here?
I don't think they understand how serious it is. People here are serious about their barbecue.
The burnt ends are impeccable. Pulled pork is much better than I remember. I was determined to avoid the ribs, but damn it, so that's good.
The Kansas City Barbecue Society alone has about 30,000 members, and the American Royal Barbecue competition here is the largest in the world, last year drawing 5,000 competitors from all over. Jeff Staney, the owner of Oklahoma Joe's, started this place in 1996 after winning several years running.
Now, this is very different barbecue than Texas, particularly very different than North Carolina.
Yep, absolutely.
I guess people had more teeth out here. The quality of dentistry must have been vastly better.
And I think we also have the intellectual capacity to actually handle more than one type of animal, you know.
Oh, those are fighting words. First of all, happy holidays.
Yeah.
Eder and his wife, Alex, own this tiny refuge, this island of enlightenment, a little bit of Spain close to my new temporary home.
I've been to Catalunia many times, but never around the holiday season.
Not around Christmas.
What does one eat there?
I think you'd be surprised because probably when you've been, they've like pulled out the best seafood that you've ever had in your life.
Yes.
But at Christmas in Catalunia, it's like the most austere, simple meal. They eat escudella. It's like a potiphar. It's like a boiled meal. It's like cross-cut beef shin, poultry, turnips, carrots.
Oh, I love that.
And so the first course is always a broth with galettes, which is what you're going to see here.
Ooh.
And you can see the Italian influence. So they have this shell-shaped pasta, which I've never seen anywhere else in Spain.
Oh man, I love this. Good cold weather dish too.
The whole obsession about doing escudella and cardoya, it's that this is how we keep our language or our culture alive.
Escudella, becoming a theme actually, pale, beautiful hues of meat, meat, meat.
This is the chickpeas, some pig ear, and cheek.
It just gets better.
Pork rib, cabbage, and then this is the pilota, which is what really distinguishes escudella.
The pelota, a big meatball, and delicious, delicious blood sausage, carrots, veal bone marrow, and bacon. Awesome any way you describe it.
To me, it would be hard to make a plate more beautiful than this. You know, the colors are so uniquely subtle. It goes against the grain of the way plates are supposed to look these days, you know? Just beautiful. What is that? That looks pretty.
These are canelon.
So the calories are the leftover meat of all this escudella.
And you eat them for San Esteban, which is the day after Christmas.
I like the leftovers after Christmas, you know.
Almost better than, than the day
but not, you know, never got a completely different dish.